everyone. Rise and shine. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday Eve morning.
Wake up. It's time to get ready and get ready for the day, get ready for the weekend. It's a big weekend.
It is a big weekend.
Huge weekend. Huge. Lots of, I'm telling you, it's make or break for us diehard fans. Make or break. I'll either be devastated.
It's just funny to listen to you and Jordan just like go back and forth. Whenever you two get going, I just sit back, pop some popcorn.
Let me tell you something. Monday, I'm either going to be on top of the moon or I'm just going to be sulking. So I'm not going to be sulking because they're going to win. Right, Jordan?
He's not paying attention. He just did like a little
He doesn't listen.
Look. He's not.
It's going to happen.
It's okay. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get to our top stories. The Acadiana Regional Coalition on Homelessness and Housing says there are more than 300 people living in Lafayette who are homeless.
Two companies are teaming up to make sure they're warm this winter. News 15's Leah McNeil has their story.
It's really cold outside. It's going to be even colder at the end of the week.
Because the temperatures are dropping, Coca-Cola and ShopRite are giving away coats. Jacob Held, a Coke representative, says they're going fast.
Started the coats out here on Monday, and within 2 hours, that rack was gone.
The community is encouraged to come and drop off gently worn, clean coats like these and leave them for someone who needs it.
There are a lot of people that don't have jackets.
Rainey Simon, an assistant manager at one of the 5 locations hosting the coat drive, says she is blessed to have a warm place to call home and wants to help others.
Some people don't have all that or cannot wake up to any of that. So I feel like it's important that we do help and give back.
Jacob adds the coat drive will continue through February.
No matter who it is, let's take care of them. Let's keep them warm. People on the streets, hey, let's help them. It can't hurt us.
Leah McNeil, News 15, focused on family and the community.
You don't need a coat today, but man, this weekend, your warmest coat of the winter is going to have to come out. Hopefully it's a Saints jacket if you got one. Great time of the year to invest in a Saints jacket. But today you need an umbrella. Scattered showers coming through this morning. There's a storm system up in Arkansas, and this is destabilizing our atmosphere. So we're going to get a 50% chance of these showers through the morning. We saw a wave go through from about 2:30 to 5. We've been mostly dry ever since, but here comes some new activity up toward Ville Platte. There's a wave of light showers heading into Mamou right now, and little shower heading just to the south of Abbeville. We're dry through the rest of Acadiana, but more waves are going to be coming on in until about noon. 54 degrees in Lafayette. Don't need that coat this morning. Maybe just a sweater out there, and then you go to long sleeves comfortably in the afternoon. We have a breeze coming in around 6 miles an hour. It's going to pick up to around 11 a day. So keep that sweater on until about 10:30. Long sleeve outfit, totally comfortable all the way through the rest of the day. We'll see about a 40% chance of scattered showers the rest of the morning, and then should be drying out for the afternoon. Yeah, getting up to 70 degrees, comfortably mild out there. Coming up, we're going to talk about this big storm system coming in for Saturday. Chance for some severe weather. Going to walk you through it coming up in just a bit.
Explaining about portion sizes, how important it is to incorporate a plant-based diet, and just living a healthier life. So, meal prepping is the big thing these days, and some people don't know how to do it. Some people don't know how to use an Instapot, but this is a great class.
Oncologics wants you to thrive in 2019. The organization held a free nutrition and meal prep session at Our Lady of Lourdes last night. The event was free and open to the public with special invites for cancer survivors, caregivers, and medical providers. Dr. Valerie Miniaks and nutritionist Bianca Plant led the group, gave door prizes, and suggested tips on how to be healthier in the new year.
So this is storm system number 1. Not going to be that bad for us. Number 2 coming Saturday morning, and that's going to pack a punch. Full forecast on what we can expect coming right back.
And now, News 15 Storm Team meteorologist Jordan Sandler.
It's 6:37. It's go time. Happy Thursday. Rain back in the forecast. We're going to see a 50% chance of scattered showers today. No thunderstorms. Shouldn't see any heavy downpours. And most of the rain should be done by the afternoon, but we've been seeing waves of it coming in this morning. There's a cold front and a surface low to our north. This is storm system number 1, and this is a very weak low. Just some opportunity for thunderstorms up in Arkansas, and we're going to get through this by the afternoon and then dry out pretty nicely. We are warming up today to 70 degrees. Going to be a comfortable one under mostly cloudy skies. Just got to deal with the rain this morning. So we had one wave that rolled through. Basically, most of us dried out by about 5 a.m. We're going to see more of these roll through the morning. Right now, just seeing a good set of showers rolling through Mamou. Get Readyville Platte for a little bit of rain, and then very light showers south of Abbeville. We are totally dry everywhere else, but we're going to be getting wet through the late part of the morning. It is comfortable outside for just a sweater. You don't need a coat this morning. 54 degrees in Lafayette, 53 in Opelousas, 54 for Viewville Platte. The breeze is picking up to around 5-6 miles an hour. It's going to get up to about 11 through the day, so it is going to be a little breezy out there. Oh, but it's going to be comfortable. Getting up to 70 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. That 50% chance of showers, most of that coming through in the morning. Then looking at a mostly dry afternoon. So 40% chance of showers at 10, 30% chance at noon, just a 10% chance of showers in the middle of the afternoon. Start with a sweater by about 11 o'clock. You can go to just a long sleeve outfit and you can stay in those long sleeves all the way through the night as we only drop to the low 60s this evening. Comfortable again tomorrow, 70 degrees. Should be mostly dry or mostly cloudy skies. 20% chance of rain in the evening, and then we get the big hit from the storm system early Saturday morning. 80% chance of thunderstorms. After a cold front pushes that system through, we're going to get really windy. That northwest wind rolling in at a steady 17 miles an hour. Could get some wind gusts up to 30. Then we stay cold and windy into St. Sunday. We do have a marginal risk for severe weather for Saturday morning for most of Acadiana as well. And in terms of rainfall amounts, just a little today, maybe a trace of rain, possibly up to 1/4 of an inch at most. Dry through tomorrow, and then here we go Saturday morning until about noon. We could be picking up another inch of rain in a short period of time. With all that rain, that could lead to some street flooding out there. So taking a look at the system today, it stays to our north. That cold front is not going to make its way through Arkansas, so they're going to get pretty chilly in Little Rock, Arkansas. We stay in the mild warm zone here. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be more cloudy than what the system is showing out here, but that cold front buckles, moves on out of here. Pretty dry tomorrow out there until the evening. Then we're going to see that 20% chance of rain. And here we go Saturday morning. Squall line coming on in. There's the cold front. And this is where we have our threat for severe weather. Straight line damaging winds and a low tornado threat are in the mix. Once this front clears, we're going to get dry but cold and very windy through a cloudy Saturday. Sunny on Sunday, but staying cold and windy through Saints Sunday and waking up possibly around freezing Monday morning. So here's what it's going to look like locally. More waves of these scattered showers rolling on through. Should be light stuff until about 1 p.m. and then drying out by 4 o'clock. We should be totally dry out there. Still cloudy through the evening, but very comfortable out there. Tomorrow, a lot cloudier than what Futurecast is showing out here. And the rain doesn't really hit until maybe around 11 p.m. according to this model. Light rain. Now here come the thunderstorms. Early Saturday morning, 5 a.m. Big squall line rolling on through at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. This is probably the best chance for a severe storm out here in Iberia Parish as we're looking down for the late morning. Once we clear on out, we are going to get dry, just very cold and windy. So 80% chance of thunderstorms Saturday, cold and windy Sunday, waking up right around freezing for MLK Monday. Then we're going to get a decent warm up before another cold front comes through late Tuesday into Wednesday. I'm excited for this Sunday. We got to talk about the Saints. Here is Ron Snyder.
Welcome to an NFC Championship edition of Cutting Up. I'm Ron Snyder, joined alongside the finest from 103.7 The Game, David Schultz and Ben Love. Guys, NFC Championship, first time since the 2010 season, or 2009 season rather, that the Saints are in it. So can they beat the Rams? And also, whose offense will be more dynamic in this game?
I'm going to go with the Saints, but it'll be in different ways, right? And I think the Rams have proven their point. They've got a rushing back tandem now. C.J. Anderson more than just entered the fray. He was the more physical back. They could rely on him in third down, short yardage. We saw that with the fourth down conversion late in the game for the go-ahead touchdown. So I think the Rams may be the more potent rushing attack. I think their offensive line is healthier. but nobody else has a Mike Thomas. And nobody else right now is causing matchup headaches, I think, like the Saints passing game is. So Thomas is going to command a lot of attention, whether it's Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters, and I think that's going to open up a lot of opportunities for Ted Ginn Jr. So the passing attack for the Saints, for me, is going to be greater than the sum of the Rams' rushing attack. I'll go Saints here, but it'll be close.
Saints are going to win it, but I agree with you. They better find somebody else than Michael Thomas. If we go to the other game for a second, what do they always say about Bill Belichick? He takes away what you do best. Well, if you're Sean McVay, how can you not take away Michael Thomas? Someone is going to beat us. It's not going to be Michael Thomas. So we better find Traquan Smith, Keith Kirkwood. We have to find maybe a Ben Watson a little bit more often, and like you said, Ted Ginn. So I think you're going to find a little bit more diversity, if you will, in the Saints offense than just Kamara, Ingram, and Michael Thomas.
But can you really stop Michael Thomas? I mean, a Saints career record, 211 yards in the first game. That's tough to stop. They may be able to slow him down, but stop him completely. And then the other thing you got to consider is the Saints rushing attack. I mean, Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara, that really set up the pass.
I think they struggled to find their footing in the run game. The Saints did in that divisional round game. So for me, that's one of the biggest tickets. And look, you can't overreact if you're Sean Payton, and nobody has more of a set on him, right, than that guy when it comes to calling plays. And just because they threw a pick on the first play of the game, he's not going to shy away from it. That said, might be good to get your footing on the ground a little bit. So Kamara, Ingram, maybe a little Taysom Hill. I think they'd be wise to establish the ground game a little earlier.
Well, that's what I thought they were going to do, but that's what I wanted to see them do last week, and then they went aerial to begin with. But I also think that what we saw from film, you know, these guys who break it down on the Twitter, they're showing the Eagles playing really soft zones against the Saints defense. I mean, you know, you get Kirkwood or Traquan Smith to clear it out, and Michael Thomas is surrounded by nobody. I think he's going to be double teamed from the get-go. You may not be able to stop him, but if the Rams want to win it, they better slow him down. If Michael Thomas has over 100 yards and a half a dozen catches, it's going to be tough sledding for the Rams.
Now to play devil's advocate, since you guys both said the Saints, the Rams offense, pretty dynamic too. Jared Goff threw for 32 touchdowns this year, and then the running game, like you said, with C.J. Anderson and Todd Gurley. So, and then plus the fact that the Saints weren't exactly stellar at stopping the pass. They're better than they were at the beginning of the season, but they weren't exactly stellar all season. I believe they're ranked, let's see here, they're ranked 29th against the pass in the NFL. So what do you have to say to that?
I'll see if Dave agrees with me here, but I think the Rams were a completely different pass offense without Cooper Kupp.
Oh, yeah.
And the analogy that I've used on 103.7 The Game before, teams that see a pitcher the second time through his rotation in the league, oftentimes they'll get to him a little bit better. I know Jared Goff isn't a first-year starter, but teams that I think have seen him, especially in his own division, the second time around this year, Goff wasn't the same quarterback. So the lack of Cooper Kupp, Goff may be backsliding a little bit. They just don't scare me as much as they did when they were off to a 7-8-0 start.
Yeah, they just haven't been as good as when they put the 50 spot up against the Chiefs. He's been under pressure. I don't know if he's reverted to form because he's only been around for a few years, but he's staring down receivers. You know, he's making what I call the pick six throw from one hash mark to the other sideline. You got to be really confident and really perfect in that throw. Even Drew Brees almost threw an interception on that throw last weekend. So I don't think he has been as good. They do have the extra running game, and I wondered what happened to C.J. Anderson.
You get cut 3 times, you get motivated.
Well, I mean, you see what happened. You know, wasn't he a scat back when he came into the league? You know, with the Denver Broncos. So he's more of a
looks like he ate a scat back.
Right. Yeah. So he's a little bit more of a load than he used to be, and the big key is a couple of places that the Saints are going to have to worry. One on the defensive line, no Sheldon Rankins, and maybe one on the offensive line, Andrews Pete. So we'll see if those two situations, more Rankins is gone. We'll see what happens with Pete and his broken hand.
So if it comes down to a close game in the fourth quarter, which offense would you take the score?
It's not an offense, it's a player. It's Drew Brees.
Right.
I'm taking 9 to go out and win a game. And what he's showing right now with Michael Thomas is a connection that nobody else in the league has. There are better downfield threats. Nobody moves the chains right now like Michael Thomas. I mean, not Julian Edelman, not Jarvis Landry, none of these slot receivers. It's a big guy who can line up anywhere. If you can't take away the in-breaking slant route for Michael Thomas, they're going to continue moving the chains. They're going to score in the red zone. If you can't stop that late in the game, you're done. And so right now I'm going to take the quarterback with experience and a Hall of Famer.
And of all the good teams this year, in the top 4 teams, I've always thought the Saints had the best defense. You know, whether it was the Rams, the Patriots, or the Chiefs. I thought the Saints defense, and I think that's been proven for most of the year, they were winning the ball game to begin with, 35-14, before the Rams got back in it early on in the season. But then they won by 10. So I think it'll be the Saints.
And sometimes you only need one stop at the end of the game, not exactly a gazillion stops, and you're not exactly going to completely stop the Rams offense. Well, that's it for this edition of Cutting Up. We'll see if we'll have a Super Bowl edition, but you can see the NFC Championship right here on News 15 Sunday at 2:05.
Oh, do we need to do a mic check real quick?
It's the same mics.
Okay, yeah.
I got somebody else's. I don't. I got.
Welcome back. We are live in studio with Crew des Junami. Did I say it right?
Yes, yes.
Yay! And we are taking a look at Mardi Gras costumes, and we have a lot going on. All the detail, all the sparkle, glitter. What do we have going on over here?
This is one of our princess costumes that that was designed by Ava, and it's a mix of different fabrics, trim, embellishments, sequins, stones, and our royalty gets to design their own costume.
Oh, so that's different instead of just having a design and assigning them a costume,
correct,
right?
Correct. We really get to have a personal flair on whatever level of royalty you are, and then it really represents who's wearing it. So this is after many months of preparing and planning and designing, and it's a beautiful princess costume.
Yeah, it is beautiful. You look amazing. Okay, and so what about our other royalty over here? It's a totally different style.
Yes, well, and Lola is also wearing a princess costume, and she designed this, and it is it's a totally different style because that's
Lola's style.
That's her design, and it represents something that she tried and she loves, and so that is her costume. And it just shows you our difference. They get to choose their colors, they get to choose their designs, and really own being royalty on stage.
And all the 8th graders get to experience royalty, being royalty, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The 6th and 7th graders are different levels, dukes and duchesses and princes and princesses, and all 8th graders get to be kings and queens. So everybody has a time to shine, and
that's special. That's what it's all about. You know, everybody being part of the festivities and get to dress up and have fun. And then what's going on here?
We have some past costumes for boys.
Costumes. So this would be a princess costume.
Okay.
And just a different color. So colors, that's the only thing that there's maybe a little less leeway on, because that's generally set by your 8th grade queen.
Okay.
And so the color of your country, you need something that coordinates, because you want it to be individual, but at the same time you don't want it to clash all over on the stage with that country group.
Wow.
And so.
And I just love the boots and the crown and this right here. I just love the fabric. I think it's so pretty.
The brocade has the thread is the design, the reverse of a couple of different threads.
Yeah.
It's beautiful in just and that's why it's so widely used in Mardi Gras, because by just using it, it has a pop of color, and that makes the Mardi Gras what it is. It's all about bling. You can never put too much bling on it.
Now, real quick, before we go to commercial break, how can people join the crew and want to be part of this next year?
You can go to our website at crewdejournalme.com, and you can have email the president at crewdja.com.
Awesome, and I'll have that information on kadn.com. We'll be right back.
I always wanted to be the king of something.
Oh, geez. So what are you the king of today?
Morning tea, I don't know.
The king of sequins boots.
Yeah. I love those boots.
They're not the boots with the fur.
Those are really
but
cute.
they are the boots with the sequins.
But your dresses are so beautiful. Did you have any part in making this? You did?
Yeah, they designed their own.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and if people missed that interview, because we talked so much about the detail and everything, they can visit kadn.com.
Yeah.
I love this color.
That's awesome.
This would be the color I would choose if I designed. It's so pretty.
Yeah, so how's our weather looking for folks
Bit rainy.
heading out?
If you have a sequence umbrella, that'd be the way to go this morning. Actually, I wouldn't ruin it. Go with your standard umbrella. We do have showers rolling on in. We've been mostly dry the last couple hours, but now a good wave is heading toward the north side of Opelousas, and that's really the only bad area we're looking at. Temperature is comfortable now for just a sweater. Don't need a jacket, and yeah, we're going to get to 70 degrees this afternoon. Big storm system comes in Saturday morning.
Give us your royal wave. If you're watching us on NBC, switch it on over to Fox for another 2 hours, or we're streaming online, KDN.com.
Focus on family.